Good evening. Welcome to North West Tonight with Annabelle Tiffin. Our top story. There is only one Ricky Hatton. Crowds line the streets for an emotional farewell to the boxer from Hyde.
I don't think anybody will ever really get over it.
What a legend. Gone too soon. Just can't believe it.
He would do anything. I've met him at the airport, he'll stop for photos. He's just that sort of person. Everyone loves Ricky.
His children spoke of their love and pride for a dad who was funny and loved a joke. Famous faces from around the world of sport and music paid tribute to the hitman.
Just a lovely, lovely person and a great fella.
Because he was such a star, he was such a great human being.
It's great to be here to see so many of the boxing community come together to show our respects.
The boxer's memory will live on through a foundation supporting people battling with their mental health.
He was painfully human, if that's the right way to put it, but that's what people loved about him.
Also in the programme this evening, warnings that the potential closure of care homes and day centres in Lancashire will ruin lives. The greatest performance. School children from Huyton win the National School Song Competition.
And there's a lot of dry and settled weather in the forecast for the weekend. But what about sunshine? I'll be back later in the programme with all the details on that and a look into next week too.
He was known as the People's Champion, and today thousands lined the streets of Hyde in Manchester to say farewell to the boxing legend Ricky Hatton, who died last month, aged 46. The great and the good of the boxing world attended a service at Manchester Cathedral, along with stars of music and television. But today was also about saying goodbye to a father, a son and a friend. His children paid tribute to him during the service, his son Campbell saying, "I can't explain how much I'm going to miss you, Dad." Phil McCann reports on a day when Manchester and the world honoured the hitman.
The mourners, aptly enough, were black and blue. For Ricky's beloved Manchester City. For Ricky. Arriving to the music that played whenever thousands turned out to see him. Today, they came again, but to a Hatton wonderland that no one wanted to have to walk into. Invited were faces you'd recognise and plenty you wouldn't, because he was a man who inspired and was admired.
I mean, he was always a people's champion.
How are you feeling today?
Obviously, we all are going to be a little bit upset, but it's great to be here to see so many of the boxing community come together.
You can see from the outside just how much he meant to so many people inside and outside of the boxing world.
An unbelievable father, person, always a laugh, always got something to say, a joke.
He was such a great human being. I'm up here with my two boys because he demands the sort of respect that a hero in boxing demands.
But Ricky made his entrance on the shoulders of some of those closest to him. His son Campbell, his brother Matthew, his nephew Jack, his former manager and his best friend. His entrance music, as usual, Blue Moon, moving centre stage one last time.
Welcome to the service of Thanksgiving for the life of Richard Hatton.
There was a eulogy of memories from the early days, from Hyde to Vegas.
Richard Hatton, MBE, was both a sporting icon and a working class hero. Relatable and liked by anyone and everyone, the people's champion.
For a man used to filling the AO Arena just a short distance from here, it's very clear that the capacity of Manchester Cathedral is just too small for the thousands who want to be here. But if this was at times a celebration of Ricky's life, the tragedy of his death at 46 was made clear by his own children, whose words were relayed to the crowds outside.
I can't help but think about how you will never walk me down the aisle, how you will never meet my children and your grandchildren.
I'm so proud of my dad that it's hard to put into words. I'll try my best to be proud and now that you're at peace. I love you so much.
Then, inside, some of Ricky's many best bits were shown. Moments and memories that live on. Phil McCann, BBC North West Tonight, Manchester.
Well, as we heard, Ricky Hatton grew up on the Hattersley Council estate in Hyde and lived in the town all his life. He opened his gym there and was described as a local hero who never forgot his roots. Well, today, the community he loved came out in their thousands to show their love for him. Anna Jameson reports.
One final round for the pride of Hyde.
Everyone will say, oh, he's not one of the biggest boxers going, but to Manchester he was the biggest boxer, and the fans that he had that supported him all around the world, followed him everywhere. Best boxing fans that's ever been seen, Ricky Hatton fans.
And today, thousands line the streets where he was born, lived and stayed.
Local legend, put Hyde on the map, always got involved with the fans. He employed a lot of people in the local area.
Everybody liked him, he was well loved, really polite, lovable, funny. Always smiling. That's Ricky.
And a final laugh. The cortege, led by a Reliant Regal he'd purchased for £4,000. Hatton loved Only Fools and Horses.
It was just so funny to always see him about Hyde and driving around in his big sports cars. Brilliant.
It's perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. He was a proper sound guy. Hyde was in his heart, and so were the people, and that's why we're all here today to say goodbye.
The public procession began in G Cross before pausing at venues he loved. A mural was unveiled at the Harehill Tavern on the Hattersley estate where he grew up. At the New Inn, a Dove release. His parents used to own the pub there and built a gym for him in the basement. And on Market Street, crowds burst into song outside the gym that he invested in.
I do remember going to one of his weigh-ins at the Trafford Centre and got his signature, and yeah, but I've watched every single fight. Was never obviously lucky enough to get over to Vegas, but no, loved watching him. Yeah.
I'm a massive Ricky fan. I've watched a number of his fights, including 2 of them out in Vegas. Vegas just became England. There was like so many British people there. Everywhere you looked, there was Hatton t-shirts, Hatton hats. He just had a massive army, and that for me just sums up the man that he was.
How are you feeling today?
Extremely sad, but glad I'm here.
After the service, it was a home stretch at the club he loved.
He was blew through and through, wasn't he?
Yeah. And he never missed a game, did he?
No.
Down to earth, one of us, so
he's one of the boys.
I had to be part of this. I had to be, because he's the city, isn't he? He was loved by everybody.
I love Ricky Hatton. He's just a legend. Just, you know, Manchester's very own.
And today was more than a final farewell. Today, Ricky Hatton City said goodbye to a champion in every sense of the word. Anna Jameson, BBC North West Tonight in Manchester.
Well, after his death, the Hatton family said that they wanted to channel their sadness into something powerful and positive. They've set up the Ricky Hatton Foundation to raise awareness of mental health, a legacy for the people's champion, they say. Well, I've been speaking to some of his friends and colleagues at his boxing gym in Hyde, who described him as a local hero and an inspiration.
In some respects, he was a trailblazer in the boxing ring. And I think he's been a trailblazer in life. He's helped so many people. I know personally of people that he's helped, and he's literally saved their lives.
We all grew up wanting to be Ricky Hatton, do you know what I mean? So then, in the end, it was mad that that guy that I grew up wanting to be became a friend.
It's touched people so deeply, and it's hurt them so deeply because everybody felt like he was one of us.
The voices of some of those who knew Ricky Hatton as a boxer and as a friend. He was to many here more than a household name who made it big in Vegas. His heart, his home, was here in Hyde.
Like the hero of Hyde, do you know, and everyone will tell you that. The mad thing was, to the levels he reached in boxing and, you know, in like celebrity life, so to say. He still knew everyone on a personal level around this town.
You know, they definitely should do a statue in Hyde for him. You know, he's had massive impacts on people, and not just in boxing, you know what I mean, in his local areas.
While we were here, there was no shortage of people wanting to tell us about Ricky, that he was fun, inspiring, down to earth. But he was also open about his mental health struggles. After his death, his family launched the Ricky Hatton Foundation, the charity's mission to raise awareness of mental health, so no one has to fight alone.
He didn't pretend to be perfect, and he wasn't, as none of us are, but he didn't pretend to be either. He was painfully human, if that's the right way to put it, but that's what people loved about him. That's what they could relate to, that's what resonated, and that's why it's you know, it's touched people so deeply.
Stacey Copeland grew up in Hyde with Ricky and still trains at his gym. Do you think he knew he was really loved and respected?
I hope so. I hope so.
Thomas, take a minute.
No, it's right. I would like to think that he knew he was loved and how loved he was, and you know how missed he'll be. But the important thing now is that hurt that everyone's feeling goes towards making sure that his legacy can make a difference to other people, and through the Ricky Hatton Foundation that will absolutely happen.
My name's Paul Speake. I'm now known as Ricky Hatton's manager. I've been with him since day one. I'd like to also think of him as his friend.
And what was that friendship like?
It was like a roller coaster. You know, Ricky went to the highest mountains in boxing and the lowest valleys in life, and we were there together. I felt blessed to be around him, and I thank him for being part of his journey.
Since you come in, left leg, right leg, left leg, upper body, round.
He opened the gym in Hyde in 2009. His success inspired others to success, and he continues to inspire the next generation of boxers.
You put him on this pedestal, and then you come in here and he'd just be on the same level as you, so it was an amazing experience just to be around him and be in his company.
To be able to like soak in his energy, his presence, like some people have not got the privilege to do that, and like I got a little taste of that, and it's something I'll be grateful for.
When you look at him, you can see that it's possible. I mean, he comes from very similar beginnings to me, and it's not too far in the distance when you're training with someone every day who's done it.
The death of Ricky Hatton has left a hole in the lives of so many people, his family, the boxing community, and friends like Paul, who'll be one of those to carry his coffin.
It's going to be a big loss for me. He knew I was always there for him, and he's going to be sadly missed by me, as he will be by, I think the nation's going to miss him. There is only one Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, Paul Speake there, his manager, who ends our reports tonight on the funeral of Ricky Hatton. So let's get a roundup of some of the other day's news now. And the North West is to receive more than £8 million to tackle homelessness. The government says some of the money will help families in temporary accommodation like bed and breakfast hotels and guest houses. It will pay for food, school uniforms, laundry and Wi-Fi. A couple from Manchester has been jailed after their 3-year-old son was killed by a dog. Daniel Twigg was mauled when he was left unattended at a farm in Rochdale. His mother, Joanne Bedford, received 3.5 years. His father, Mark Twigg, 2 years and 8 months. They were found guilty of being in charge of a dog dangerously out of control. The latest proposal for a controversial new cemetery planned by Blackburn's billionaire Issa Brothers has been withdrawn. In October, new plans were submitted reducing the number of grave plots, but more than 1,400 people still objected. Their foundation said it would work towards a revised application. A Manchester University professor is one of a team of scientists who've identified a rare species of dinosaur. Dr. Dean Lomax and his colleagues named the species a sword dragon because of its long sword-like snout. It's thought to be the world's most complete prehistoric reptile skeleton from around 190 million years ago. Filming has begun in Liverpool on a new series of the BBC gangster drama This City Is Ours. Almost 6 million people watched the first series of the show, dubbed by some as the Scouse Sopranos. James Nelson-Joyce is returning as gang leader Michael Kavanagh in his home city. Now, families say if 5 daycare centres for the elderly close in Lancashire, lives will be ruined. The Reform-led council is reviewing its older people's services, and 5 residential homes could also be under threat. The authority needs to save more than £100 million. Our Lancashire political reporter, Gina Milson, has the details.
Hi, Mum. How you doing?
Fine.
Yeah, going out later, are you?
I am. I'm out for lunch with a friend, good friend.
83-year-old Theresa Waring, who has Alzheimer's, is doing her best to keep her mind active. Daily puzzles in the paper and trips to the Derby Centre in Ormskirk 3 times a week.
We do quizzes, we do cookery, we do competitions. I'd be lost without it. I would. I really would be lost without it. We cannot lose it.
Reform took control of Lancashire in May with a sea of smiles and a promise to cut waste. The county now needs to save £103 million, and closing 10 day and residential care centres could net them around £4 million.
This is a review of how things are done, how adequate they are.
But it could result in the closure of these buildings, couldn't it?
It very well could. But if these buildings aren't suitable, if the care's not suitable, if something needs to change, don't forget, this is all we've done today is vote in a review to look. No decision has been made.
5 months since sweeping to power, opposition councillors say this is the first real policy that Reform have brought to the table. But is reality starting to bite?
I think it's outrageous. The first proper policy that we see, that's not just a ridiculous one about flags, is about closing daycare centres and nursing homes. The bigger worry here is this is just the start of a huge fire sale of assets at Lancashire County Council.
Get my brain going here.
Theresa and her daughter Sharon just want the council to find the money somewhere else.
I don't understand why they think they're not viable, because they're talking about people's lives and they're talking about people's quality of lives, and without these daycares they're going to have no quality of life. Keep it open. As I say, these places are a godsend.
The plans will now go out to an 8-week consultation before a decision in February.
Gina Milson reporting, and I'll be discussing that and more with the region's only Reform MP and the Labour leader at Manchester City Council on Politics Northwest this Sunday morning, BBC One at 10 o'clock. On to sport now, and Wigan Warriors hoping to make history at Old Trafford tomorrow. Ian is here. It's a really big day for them if they do it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They're looking to become Super League champions, Annabelle, for the 3rd year in a row. How good would that be? In a repeat of last year's grand final, that result secured the Warriors the quadruple of Super League, World Club Challenge, League Leaders Shield and Challenge Cup. So far this season, they've won nothing, while opponents, Hull Kingston Rovers, already have 2 trophies in the bag.
All 4 trophies in 2024.
A year ago, captain Liam Farrell led the celebrations as Wigan became Super League champions for the 2nd year in a row for the first time. A media day this week, he took the look but don't touch approach to the trophy. In little over 24 hours, he's hoping to get his hands on it once again.
To have the opportunity over the last 2 or 3 years to lift that trophy has been absolutely amazing, and one I dreamt as a kid, and hopefully there can be another dream come true this weekend.
It is Wigan at the double in 2030.
So far this century, the Warriors have been Super League champions 6 times, all since 2010.
So it's Wigan Warriors who are Super League champions once again.
So there it is, Wigan winning the big prize again, an all too familiar outcome.
What a moment this is for Wigan Warriors, who've written themselves into history.
But as yet, they've never won 3 in a row in the Super League era that began in 1996.
If you could win this, make it 3 in a row, it would be special, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be special, yeah. Special for so many people, the players and the families, the supporters. And hopefully it will lead to building the club, taking the club to another level, and the future of the club being in a better place than it is now.
Having already won the Challenge Cup and League Leaders Shield, Hull KR are slight favourites with the bookies.
Are they a different proposition this year, do you think?
I think, of course, yeah. I think the way they've been playing this year, they've probably been the best team all year. They'll be doing it for the treble this year. It's obviously a rematch from last year, and it's so exciting, and both teams are going to go out there and give everything.
And while this season can't compare to the trophy quadruple of the previous campaign, winning Super League would mean another major success.
You know, last year was unbelievable. This year, you know, not quite reached the same heights. Obviously, you know, didn't get the Challenge Cup and finished second in the league. But you know, we've got our sights set on Saturday, and you know, hopefully pick this one up.
It gets underway at Old Trafford at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Let's hope they win then. Oh, it's a retro football. And it's the dreaded international break, so there's no Premier League this weekend, but there are EFL matches, including the League One clash as Stockport County in 7th here host next to bottom and managerless Blackpool, with another big game involving two of the region's teams at Boundary Park in League Two as Oldham Athletic host Barrow. Also taking centre stage this weekend is the Women's Super League with two huge All-North West encounters. On Sunday lunchtime, Everton women host Manchester United at Hill Dickinson Stadium, while the late afternoon kick-off sees Liverpool here, who lost at London City Lionesses last week and are yet to win, host second-place Manchester City at Anfield. In just under an hour, Sale Sharks are back in action in Rugby Union's Prem, as it's now called, as they host Newcastle Red Bulls. It's 1-1, lost one so far this season for Sharks, who were beaten 28-16 at reigning champions Bath this time last week. So, of course, they're hoping for a better result tonight, and I think they'll get it. Bizarrely, it's called Derby weekend, so Sale versus Newcastle is classed as that, just 170 miles or so separating them. Finally, for now, from me, Lancashire and England batter Emma Lamb has been voted Women's Player of the Year at the Professional Cricketers Association Awards. She scored 1,312 runs in domestic cricket last season as Lancashire won both the T20 County Cup and the One Day Cup, all of which helped her earn an England recall. And tomorrow, Annabelle, I will be off to that grand final, bringing luck to Wigan Warriors, as I normally do with our sporting establishments team.
Yes, they all ask for you to attend, don't they? Wasn't it nice to see Richard Askham in your piece? That was very good of you to put him in.
I did it as a personal tribute to him. I hope he's watching, if you're watching.
Hello, Richard. Thank you very much, Ian. Thank you. Now, have a look at these lots. They look particularly proud and happy, and so they should, because the pupils of Malvern Primary School in Huyton in Liverpool love their school so much that they wrote a song about it. And that song has now won the National School Song Competition. Mairead Smith has been along to find out how they did it.
Wearing their medals with pride today as they recite their winning song.
It's not just like one ordinary medal, it's like really precious to me because it's a school song winner of 2025.
And on top of their singing, some of the children actually wrote the winning song in Composing Club. Where did you start from to write a song like that? It is so impressive.
Oh, thank you. Well, we were in the Composing Club, so like we made the song in the Composing Club, me and some friends. And also our school values are kindness, integrity, nurturing and daring. So we just thought that like we might put them in the song. It's very special because we went to London, all the way to London to do it, and we won. And we're just all very happy.
And you were just elected as head girl last week. Head girl, winning a national competition. Does life get any better?
No, it does.
The cup takes pride of place in the school foyer. The chair of governors actually went to the school when she was a child.
It's truly special to me now as chair of governors. It personifies everything that we stand for at Malvern. I think it's the ethos, the values, the culture. It truly embodies what we try to, that unwavering belief in our children that they can achieve whatever they want to achieve, and the staff that are here, the absolute dedication, care, time and commitment that they put into those children so they can truly be the best version of themselves.
The school has won a cash prize and the children now have the opportunity to record and release their song.
It was just like, didn't feel real for, a good 5-10 minutes after it happened. We were all slightly in shock.
and I'm so excited to get to later this month, go and record the song professionally, take the children again, give them that wonderful experience, which really is just once in a lifetime.
We love each other and it shows, that's what makes
This song, Where Greatness Grows, has brought joy and recognition to the youngsters, winners on a national stage. Mairead Smith, BBC North West Tonight in Huyton.
the place where greatness grows.
Beautiful. Well done to them. Well done to Malvern Primary. Right, let's get a look at the weather now. Here's Keely Donovan.
Hello there, good evening. There's been a lot of cloud in the forecast, hasn't there, this week? Disappointingly so at times, but it has made for some moody weather watchers pictures. This one taken in Wigan and on Merseyside as well. We've seen a lot of cloud through the day, and today in particular that has suppressed those temperatures. Hopefully something a little bit brighter for the weekend. You can keep your pictures coming into the Weather Watchers page or on social media as well, Keely.Donovan on Instagram. So tomorrow there'll be some early mist and fog around, but generally it looks like there's going to be a good deal of dry and bright weather about, and for most of us there will be some good spells of sunshine as well. The settled weather, the quiet weather, is all down to this area of high pressure right across us as we go through the weekend, but it will mean cool nights and also some mist and fog by morning as well. So out there at the moment, we'll continue to see that cloud thin and break from the north. I think for a lot of us, there'll still be large areas of cloud, the Isle of Man, the Lancashire coast down into parts of Merseyside, Greater Manchester and Cheshire too, with the best of the clear spells across parts of Cumbria. And this cloud will stay here for a while through tomorrow as well. Overnight, though, where we get the decent breaks in that cloud cover inland, we could well drop back to 6 or 7 degrees. And where we've got the best of the clear spells, that's where we're most likely to get some patchy mist and fog in places. That will lift, but you see that strip of cloud lingering for a time through the day. There will be some bright or sunny spells, and I think even in these areas it should, towards the end of the afternoon, brighten up a little bit with some spells of sunshine, and it does look largely dry as well. So temperatures may well be a little bit higher than today's values, reaching around 15 or 16 degrees. 16 is 61 Fahrenheit. So high pressure remains in charge for Sunday too, and actually for a good deal of next week as well. But disappointingly, I think there will be quite a lot of cloud trapped under that area of high pressure. Back to Sunday, quite extensive mist and fog to start the day on Sunday, and then it'll gradually brighten up. It should be dry and hopefully some spells of sunshine.
Thank you, Keely, and thank you for watching. Eunice Muller is here with your late update. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.